Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What the Dementia by Bambu Care. I'm your host, Brianna Wilson. I'm a certified dementia practitioner and the founder of Bambu Care. So in this podcast episode, we are going to be talking all about shadowing. But before we get into today's episode, you've probably guessed it, housekeeping. So I'll try to make this quick, okay? So first things first, our August freebies are now live on our website. This month is a maze activity, which comes with 4 mazes, and we have our incontinence wear disposal sign, which could be helpful if your partner tries to flush their soiled breathe or put it somewhere else other than the trash can. So if you're interested in grabbing a freebie, you can go to letsbamboo.com and click on the resources tab, or you can go to the link in the podcast notes. Next is some super exciting news. So we've officially expanded our shipping to Canada. So we are now shipping our products to both the US and Canada. And after a few requests, we decided to add our Bamboo Classic tee to the shop, which if you've watched any of our YouTube videos, it's that black shirt that I often wear that says Bamboo. And we brought back our With Intent tee, so that's cool too. Also, if you didn't already know, our waitlist to our With Intent Masterclass is also open, which is a self-paced 9-module course that complements our Dementia Care book, With Intent, a practical guide to navigating behaviors along the dementia care journey. And the neat thing is that you will have special access to a digital version of our book through the course, so it's completely okay if you don't own a hard copy. Plus, the first cohort will have the added bonus of weekly live Q&As with me for each module. And so I will be sending out a newsletter to our waitlist members in the next couple of days with more information, and early bird pricing will be opening up very soon. So if you don't want to miss out, please be sure to sign up for the waitlist at letsbamboo.com, or you can go to the link in the podcast notes. And then lastly, just as a reminder, Bambu Care does have a free support community for dementia care partners located anywhere in the world called Bambu Care Champions. It is a safe space to connect with other care partners, to vent, share your journey, and ask your questions, as I am also super active in the community. So if you're interested in joining us, definitely check out the podcast notes or visit letsbamboo.com/champions. We'd love to have you. All right, so I think that's all I got. Let's get into our topic, shadowing, what it is, why it happens, and what you can do about it. So what in the world is shadowing? So shadowing is basically when your partner follows you everywhere. It doesn't matter what you need to do or where you're trying to go, they will trail behind you like a shadow. And you will find that you can't get a moment to yourself, not even a private one like using the bathroom or showering. Your partner will want to be a part of the mix, and if you try to sneak off, rest assured they will walk around looking for you or shouting your name. And this can also create issues like attempting to leave the house in order to search for you. Now, understandably, this can be very annoying, frustrating, and even stressful for care partners. Honestly, it doesn't matter how much you may love your partner, sometimes you just need a break away from them. I mean, at the least to be able to pee or shower in peace, right? So why does this behavior happen? Why do they feel the need to essentially stay hip to hip with you? So shadowing behaviors are most common during the middle stages when a person loses the perception of time and space, and the environment becomes less familiar and more confusing. So oftentimes what we find is that the person just isn't sure what to do with themselves in their current environment, and this can lead to a lot of anxiety and sense of being unsettled, if you will. So what they'll do is follow you around for guidance and comfort. You are their attachment figure, which is basically someone that we identify as wanting to be in close proximity to. This is the person that we cling to because they offer us some sort of positive emotional support that we feel we are needing. So it could be comfort, safety and protection, support, relief from something, whatever it may be. So can you think of a time when you've shadowed someone because you were in an unfamiliar place or you just weren't comfortable and really didn't know what was going on? I know I can. So, for example, I'm not big on parties. It's just not my thing. So if someone invites me to like a get together or something that has a lot of people that I don't know, I'll go, maybe, but if I go, I'm probably going to follow you like a dog because I don't want to be sitting in a corner by myself surrounded by strangers. I just feel out of place. I don't like it. I'm not doing it, right? And so, though shadowing can be very inconveniencing and drive you nuts at times, it's not really a bizarre behavior. It's very much so a very human thing that many of us do. If we feel uncomfortable or if we don't know what we should be doing, we are going to creep our way towards someone that we can trust for comfort or guidance in the situation. And so that is exactly what your partner is doing. So now that we understand the why, let's talk about how we can kind of calm down the shadowing behaviors a bit. So if you can tell your partner is anxious about something, the number one thing that you want to do is make sure that you reassure them that they are safe and validate any emotions and thoughts that are coming up. Another thing that you can do is set up an activity that they can do while you go do what you need to do. So you of course want to play off of your partner's interests and strengths, right? You want to focus on their remaining abilities, but you also want it to be something that they would actually enjoy and not mind participating in, okay? And if you can stay in their line of sight while you go do something else, even better, because it will essentially serve as like an occasional visual reminder that they aren't alone and you're still nearby. But they can be comfortable, for example, folding the clothes while you are just right across the room cleaning the kitchen. Or you can have them actually help you with whatever you're trying to do. So, for example, let's just stick with the cleaning of the kitchen. So, if you're cleaning the kitchen, can they wipe down the counters and table while you wash the dishes? Or can they sit down at the table to match lids to some Tupperware containers? Can they put the dishes in the dishwasher after you rinse them? If you see them mimicking something that you're doing, is there any way that you can allow them to do it too, even if you have to modify the task a bit, okay? The point is you want to give them something to do. You want to give them some purpose to help calm down that restless, anxious energy. Now, let's say that you can't be in their direct line of sight. Maybe you need to get some work done in your office, or go use the bathroom, or take a shower, or just have your own peace. The same thing applies. You need to set them up with something that will keep them independently preoccupied. And even though they may not remember, it may be helpful to explicitly say, I'm going to go use the bathroom really quick, but I thought you'd like a snack. I brought you, insert snack. Or, I have to go shower. I'll be back in a few minutes. But could you help me out by doing, insert task, while I shower? Something like that. Now, will they always remember where you told them you're going? No. But if the activity or task is engaging enough, then they may forget you're even gone, giving you at least a few minutes to handle your business. You can even try writing a note with a timer next to it and let them know that you'll be back in such and such minutes. And so when the timer goes off, you'll be back. Some people have had success with this, but of course, results may vary. What works for one person may not always work for another, and what works one day may not work the next, okay? Now, the biggest thing to remember, if you're going to be leaving your partner unattended for any amount of time, even if you'll just be in the next room, You want to make sure that your home is dementia-proofed and dementia-friendly to ensure that your partner is safe while you briefly step away to do what you need to do. Safety is always the number one priority, okay? Another biggie that could help with the shadowing is establishing a routine. You want there to be some sort of predictability in the day. People living with dementia thrive off of consistency and predictability because it creates some level of familiarity and it helps with habit training, which can increase a person's comfort level in their environment. If a person doesn't know what to expect from day to day, it will just continue to stir up anxious emotions even more. Because at that point, who knows what's really going to happen? Not them, right? Now, let's say you just need a complete break from your partner, okay? This is where recruiting pets, children, family, friends, or neighbors can be helpful. If you have an adult day center nearby, that may be an option. If there's a volunteer companion type of program in your area, or if you can afford to hire a caregiver for a few hours a week, or even just for a day. Any of these options can help you get a vital moment that you're needing to yourself, okay? But all in all, the reason why your partner is shadowing you is because there's an unmet need. And that unmet need is typically some combination of safety, comfort, and purpose. If you can meet that need, your partner won't feel the need to shadow you as much. Their need has been temporarily satisfied. And for the moment, their attachment figure is not needed, okay? And then the last thing that I want to say is please, please, please try your best not to fuss at them for following you around. It is on purpose, technically, but it's not, if you know what I mean. And fussing at them and telling them to stop following you can make them feel rejected amongst other things. And that can just stir up a whole bunch of other issues, okay? So hopefully you found this podcast episode helpful and informative. Please don't forget to check out the podcast notes and also join us in the Bambu Care Champion community at letsbamboo.com/champions and sign up for our With Intent Masterclass waitlist so you don't miss out on our early bird special. If anyone has any questions, comments, or future podcast requests, you can always send us an email at podcast@whatthedementia.com. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of What the Dementia by Bambu Care. We look forward to catching you on the next episode. Take care, and until next time, stay strong, care on, and remember, you are not alone. Bambu Care is always here.